Bridget Bartlett here. Today, I'm going to show you how you can create a quiz to not only help you get leads for your business, but do it in an engaging way that also pre-qualifies your lead. Okay, so, but not only am I going to show you how to create the quiz, but I'm going to give you the exact template that I use to create this right here. So let's get started, okay? This is the brand new quiz builder that Builderall has created, and you can actually create quizzes, trivia, polls, and surveys. And a few days ago, was it yesterday, the day before, I showed you how to create a survey. So today we're actually going to use the quiz function, okay? But I want to show you what the live view looks like before we actually get into the whole how to create the template and then how to actually create it inside of Builderall. Okay, so let's actually take this quiz together, and we'll just breeze through it so you can see the overview, and then we'll talk about how to create it. Okay, so the purpose of this quiz could be to lead up to your Builderall affiliate link or any other business link or your web agency, or you could create this for clients. It could be any topic, and you can actually search for different quizzes in almost any niche, okay? And then you can, of course, you want to make it your own. But so what we're going to do today is I just thought this would be a great business type of quiz to help you get kind of B2B leads in, okay? So to start out, do you have what it takes to start your own business? So the people who are going to take this quiz, if you think about, your audience, the people that are taking this quiz are interested. Do I have what it takes to start my own business? Okay, so if they are that person, then they're perfect for Builderall, because that's what we're all doing, right? So even if you just have an idea or you have a brick and mortar business, anywhere in between, Builderall is the solution to that, right? So this is the perfect quiz for a web agency or just to promote Builderall. So it says, with this 1-minute quiz, you can find out if you're ready to leave your 9-to-5 job and go for the big leagues on your own. Okay, so let's find out if we're ready to start our own business. So it says, as Simon Sinek says, what's your why? So as we go through these, I want you to think about the answers. You need to have questions, and then you need to have answers that range from if you think of it like beginner, or you're doing a score, something like beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Those are the type of answers that you want to give. Okay, so in this example, we're saying I really dislike my day job and would like to be my own boss, or I got this great product idea, been doing some thinking and would like to make it happen, or I found out how to solve this really huge problem for many people. Okay, so maybe we're just going to say this one. And then it says, what's the most terrifying thing about starting a business? Failure, simple and plain, being my own boss and dealing with myself, or not being understood. We'll just say this one. If you could get only one question answered, which would it be? How can I increase my time efficiency? Where should I start? And how can I reach the most people with my service? So let's go ahead and click, where do I start? Do you know how many startups are still open after the first 10 years? 65%, 50%, or 25%? Let's say 50%. Do you know who your ideal customer is? First, I need my service up and running. It's pretty early, but sort of. Haven't talked to them yet, though. And sure thing, already have personas and even did some customer dev. So let's go ahead and choose this one. And our last question here, what's the number one reason most new businesses fail? An economic downturn, mismanagement, or people don't want their product or service? Let's just choose this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter. Hopefully it doesn't pick up one I've been testing. Okay, so new one. Okay, so it says you're almost there. Okay, so that's basically kind of my score. And then every result, because there's 3 different results, and I'll go through that with the template in just a second, but every result will have something up here. You could even put a description or some kind of image, whatever you wanted. And then you have a call to action here. So on all of these, I actually chose just my website as the call to action, okay? Because I have services, I have the training and all of that stuff on my website. So no matter what their answer was, no matter where they were at in their entrepreneur journey, I have the solution on my website. Okay, so it's actually no matter what the answer is, they're always going to go to my website. And you can also choose these social shares. So if they wanted to share the results, I'm sure if you guys have taken any online quizzes, you've seen where you can share your results. So if I clicked here, it would log me into my Facebook account, and then it would allow me to share my results. So you're almost there. So then other people could want to take the quiz as well. Okay, so that's super, super cool. So let's actually talk about how to set all of this up. Okay, before you ever get inside of Builderall or any quiz builder for that matter, to create your quiz, you need to have it thought out. Okay, what's your title, what's the description, and what's your call to action? What are you going to put on the button? This section right here is going to be the first things that people see. Okay, this needs to be enticing to actually take the quiz. Then you need to have a series of questions. And what I did is I basically just did 1 through 6, and I had a question. And then for the 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3, I was giving them kind of a ranking system here. So this would be like the beginner answer. Okay. And then this would be like the intermediate answer. And then this would be the advanced answer. And I put them in this order, but when you actually put them in the quiz software, you can randomize the order of the answers. Okay. But this is really important when you're trying to sketch out in your mind how the answers are going to be, how they're going to rank. Okay. So having it outlined like this just makes it really simple. So it's literally just copying and pasting. Okay. And then you need to have 3 answers. All right. So, I mean, you could essentially have more than 3 answers, but since we have 3, like a question and then 3 answers here, we really need to have 3 scenarios. Okay, so the answers are all the one that we just received. You're not quite there yet. And then we have a call to action, get tips for starting up. Or they could be like the intermediate and you're almost there, get tips for starting up. Or you're ready to take off and then get tips for starting up. Okay, so like I said, they're all the same call to action. You could also just have, maybe you wanted to make the call to action on the you're ready to take off. Maybe you want them to schedule an appointment with you. But maybe for the beginner and intermediate, you just want to send them right to your Builderall affiliate link because, those would be considered like a DIY type of client, okay? Because they're not quite there yet. They haven't really established their business. They're probably not ready to hire someone to do all of those things for them. So it's a great way to pre-qualify people depending on where they're at in a really fun way, okay? Because they don't know that they're scheduling an appointment with you. They're more likely to take a quiz than if it's saying, hey, schedule your, consultation. So now we understand how to gather up all the questions and answers and get organized. As long as you do this setup right here, when it gets time to create your quiz, it's going to be so simple and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so inside your Builderall back office, before I continue, let me make sure I don't have any questions here. It looks like Jim is here. Hi, Jim. Hi, Kay. Let's see. Ray is here. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Okay, so before I go any further, like I said, I'm going to share this template with you guys so that you can create your own quiz. Now, I will say, if you want to do any editing on this, you'll have to make a copy. So just go up here to File and then click Make a Copy, and then that will give you a version that you can edit. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and paste this in the chat. So if you're in our e-learning, you guys are the lucky ones because that's where it's going to be. All right, so I'm putting in the chat. And then in the replay of the video, I will definitely put the link there. So if you're watching this on the replay sometime down the road, that link should be under the video inside the e-learning. Okay? So now that we have our template, let's go ahead and go into the Builderall back office, and you want to go to apps, and then you're going to access the quiz builder. Okay. I know there's lots and lots of tools inside Builderall. We have 40 plus tools, everything that you need to run your business online. So it is confusing when you're looking for one tool, but it's going to be under email and engagement and then quiz builder. Okay. So once you get inside the quiz builder, you will see that you have the option to create a quiz, to create a trivia, a poll, or a survey. Like I said, we already did the survey, and then today we're working on the quiz. Okay, so we want to just give our quiz a name, and I've already done this because I just showed you. So I want to just go and then access the quiz that that we've already done, okay? Because then since we've already walked through it, I just want to show you each step, okay? So when you're configuring the quiz, this is going to be the title and this is going to be the description, okay? If you want to have the configuration of the quiz to be your cover, you can toggle this on, okay? And then it will just duplicate that. Or you can have a completely different cover. I'm going to save myself the time, and I'm just going to use this as the cover as well. So here is where you want to put the information for the button. Okay, so if we go, let me get the actual quiz and open it back up here. We'll refresh. So where it says find out, that is what you're going to put on this button here. Okay. When it comes down to, let's see, advanced settings for your quiz, you can have it where they can only answer one time. And you can also choose to show the sharing functions. And that's at the end where it says, I got, and then it said, you're almost there. And then the share buttons at the bottom, you can choose Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or they can even share on WhatsApp. And when you select it, you'll want to enter in the link to the Facebook page. Here is another important part. So here is what's going to be on the screen when it asks for the name and email. Okay, so you need to configure your list and whatever fields you want. And then you want to choose the list here for Mailing Boss. And when it says, the title and the description, that's going to be on the last page that we just saw where it says, enter your email to, or where should we send the results? So that's what's going to be on that page. Okay, so you need to definitely make sure that it's clear and that they understand when they're entering in that info that that's how they're getting the results. Okay, so this is how you set up the initial configuration. All right, so the next step here is results. So this is where you're going to put all of your answers. All right, to add a new result, you just want to click here, and then you'll see the options to add text, or you can actually redirect them to another link. So if you see here, let me just delete this. On the first one, which I like to go in order just to keep things clear in my mind, just going to choose text with description, and I'm going to add my result there. So you're not quite there yet. We could add a description if we wanted to, like, you're not quite there yet, and then but never fear, we have the solutions for you, and just click the button and get access to all of our training, and we go live daily to, you could add information like that. You could choose to show a button or choose not to show a button, but I definitely recommend showing the button because you want a call to action, right? So what are you going to put on the button? That's what you're going to type in here, and then your website address, okay? Because that's what's going to be connected to the button. So result 2 is just going to be a text with description. We're not going to use the redirect, but it is an option. We're going to add the result there. So you're almost there. We could add a description here like before. We want to show the button, and on the text on the button, we're just going to put get tips for starting up and then direct to our website. Okay, and then step 3 or result 3 is text with a description, tips for starting up. We're going to show the button, and on the button, we're going to say you're ready to take off and then direct them to our website. Okay. So we're going to go, actually, I think that was the opposite. It should be tips for starting up here. Let's just fix that while we're at it. I love learning in public. Yay. Okay. So I'm just going to copy and paste that and then save. Okay. We'll save again. So now we have all of our results. Okay, so now here's the questions, all right? So since you have this all laid out for you, this is so simple. Like I said, it's just copying and pasting. Okay. So when you go to add a question, here is what your options are, but I'm going to actually show you on the questions that we've already added. So on this one, you just want to paste in the question. How easy is that? Seriously. Then you want to paste in the answer. And when you paste in the answer, this is why I was saying that you want to be in order. Okay. So when you paste in the answer, you're going to say, which is this associated with? All right. So it should actually be, because I chose random, so it's switching them up, but you want to start here. Okay. So it's going to be, if this is the correct answer for this one, and this is basically how I had this all set up. So this first answer would be this first one 100%. The second answer is the second one 100%. Okay. And then the third answer is going to be the third one 100%. All right. So when you're setting it up, right now I chose random, so it mixed it up. But when you're setting it up, that's really important that you remember, which one is the beginner, intermediate, or advanced. All right. So same with this one here. You're just going to paste the question. Then you're going to paste the answer. What is it associated with? We're going to say this first one here. And then the second one, not being understood. And then it's going to be the second one, and so on. Okay. You're going to do the same one here. You can add images. So lots of options. And this is literally just copying and pasting. You could give them the option to choose multiple answers. So if you wanted them to say, like in the survey one, I was saying, how many of my courses have you taken, or which courses have you taken? And then they select all the ones that they've taken. But for this example, we just want them to choose one. Okay. So same here, just the question, the answers, what is it associated with? And then same again with this one, and so on. All right. So once you get all of those set up, you're going to click save. And then you're going to choose what you want it to look like. Okay, so we have our title here, we have our subtitle, we have an image here, and we have a button here. And you'll see that there are different styles that you can choose from. And then even within the style, you can customize any of the colors. So if I liked this one, but maybe I wanted the buttons instead of blue, I wanted the buttons to be purple, I could choose that here. Y'all know I love purple. So once you get it exactly how you want it, you just want to save, and then you want to publish, okay? So once you publish, you'll see that you have the ability to toggle this on or off. You can also customize the link here. So I chose start a business instead of, it was like numbers and letters. Once you choose your custom link, then you want to click save, but I'm just going to X out of that. So let's go ahead and view our quiz. So you see, as we go through now, that's exactly how you do it. It's just that easy. So you can take this and you can share this link, and that's what the link's going to look like. Or you could embed it into your website on a Cheetah page using the iframe. Okay. And if you guys are unfamiliar with the iframe, just go to your Builderall back office, click here and go to the new knowledge base. Just type in iframe, or you can go to the e-learning and the Cheetah tutorials, and you can look for the iframe tutorial that I did. So that's all I had for you guys today. I cannot wait to see what you do with all of your quizzes. Super, super cool. And like I said, I will add this, the link to this template here under the video in the replay area of our training. Okay, so I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place, for our Friday Q&A. Until then, go build it with Builderall. Thanks for joining me. Bye.